Most people think making $15,000 a month requires a high-level degree or years of corporate experience, but I'm about to show you why that's completely backwards. 3 years ago, I was having panic attacks on every sales call, and last year I collected over 3.5 million in sales. The difference was not what you think. My name is Princess Vonholm, and I help people break through their income ceilings in high-ticket sales. I've seen people go from 2K months to 20K months using exactly what I'm about to show you. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why people fail at breaking through their income ceiling and the one shift that changes everything. Plus, I'll show you real numbers behind what this actually looks like. So let's get into it. Here's the fatal mistake that's keeping you stuck. Most people think that to close deals consistently, you need to have the perfect pitch or you need to have some advanced closing technique like NLP or just insert whatever is trending here. They think they need to sound smarter, use bigger words, or memorize word tracks. The reality is, it's actually about becoming the person who prospects want to say yes to before you've even made an offer. So I had this light bulb moment a few years ago that changed everything. I was sitting at my desk after yet another call where someone gave me a think about it. And I was blaming the prospect for not being ready. Like, why did you waste my time? Why did you show up when you don't even know what you want? And then it hit me that the prospect is not the problem. I'm the problem. I'm the one with the training. I'm the expert on this call. It's not their job to show up to my call with complete confidence and clarity. That's my job. I'm supposed to lead them there. So the moment I stopped expecting prospects to do my job for me and started taking responsibility for the outcome of every call, my close rate doubled. Turns out, when you actually lead instead of hoping they'll lead themselves, people follow. So here's what actually works. Most sales reps sit on calls passively asking questions and hoping the prospect magically arrives at the right conclusion. But that's not leadership. That's order taking. Leadership in sales means taking responsibility for the conversation. It means guiding them to clarity about their problem, helping them understand the cost of not making a change, helping them see and visualize what success really looks and feels like. This is how you help them do the job that they can't do right now because you are the expert. It's so interesting to me that so many people don't understand what sales is. They think it's manipulation. That's like saying your doctor is manipulating you when they ask questions to understand your problem when you go in with stomach pain. Here's a specific example. When I was selling business coaching to online coaches, I got prospects on my call who didn't have a single clue where they wanted to start. They just knew they wanted to make money online. Now, are these the most qualified prospects? Obviously not, but I still help them get clarity by asking questions about their background, their strengths, what they actually enjoy doing. And half of those unqualified prospects closed because they trusted my ability to guide them to make the right decision. They didn't need to have every aspect of their business figured out. They just needed someone who could help them figure it out. And the other half of prospects who weren't ready, they came back to me a few months later after trying to figure out on their own and failing. People will pay for leadership when they recognize, oh, I can't lead myself. Go figure. It's your job to guide the conversation. You help them see what they can't see on their own. That's what leaders do. So here's what $15,000 a month in commissions actually looks like. So let's break it down realistically. If you're selling on an 8K offer, your commission is 10%. So that's $800 commission on each deal that you close. So if we do the math evenly, you would need to close 19 pay in full deals to get to 15K in commissions. So let's account for the fact that not every deal will pay in full. Some will do a payment plan, right? So let's say you have to close 23 deals to hit 15K a month in commissions, give or take. That's about one deal a day. With a full calendar, you should be able to get at least one deal a day as long as you're working on sharpening your skill set. So here's what to expect in terms of timeline. It took me about 8 months to hit 10K a month consistently from when I first started in sales. The first 4 months, I made less than $3,000 because I was learning how to have conversations that actually mattered. When I hit month 5, that's when things started to click because I finally had a good mentor. By month 12, I was able to start doing 20K months consistently. And then by month 18, I was doing $30,000 months in commissions. So if you want to see numbers like that, here are your next steps. Number 1, audit your conversations, review your calls, ask yourself, am I trying to convince this person or am I actually helping them discover what it is that they truly want? Number 2, get clear on who your prospect actually is. It blows my mind how many sales reps do not have clarity on their avatar. No matter what you sell, you have 2 to 3 different avatars who come onto your calls. It's important to know how they think so that way you can ask the right questions. If you want a full video on how to understand your avatar, just let me know in the comments and I will gladly make that for you. Number 3, practice asking questions that make people think instead of questions that get them defensive. This is so important so that way they're actually having breakthroughs. You're actually helping them instead of just trying to get the sale, okay? So here's what you should focus on first. Master one conversation framework before you worry about anything else. Perfect your discovery process until you can get someone to clearly articulate their problem and what happens if they don't solve it. So let's recap. You feel like you're failing because you're trying to convince people instead of actually discover what's going on. You're focusing on shiny techniques instead of becoming the person who gets a yes before you even pitch. The biggest takeaway is this: your income ceiling is not about your skills. It is about your standards. It won't happen overnight. It took me months to master this approach, and I had to push through months and months of barely making anything while I learned. But once you get it, everything clicks. The people who succeed focus on becoming valuable instead of focusing on closing the deal. If you're serious about breaking through your income ceiling instead of just thinking about it, I have a community where we deep dive on exactly how to have real conversations and discoveries so you can get people to a yes before you even pitch. It's not for everyone, but if you are ready to stop making excuses and get to work, the link is in the description. Now, I want to hear from you. What questions do you have about this approach? Drop them in the comments. I respond to every single one. And if this gave you one of those oh crap moments, hit the like button so I know that this is content that's actually helping. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.